Yo, welcome back to another episode of Wake Up with Wops. The market stays hot today, ending green. It even opened up in pre market a little bit down. I saw some people talking about some bearish moves, about how they're going to short. Ended up getting bought up, and look at the close. I talked about this on X. Right now, don't focus on the open, don't focus on the pre market. Focus on the close. The close is going to tell you what's up. People were getting bearish and fearful, and it was just only down maybe 1%, not even half of a percentage, and it got bought up. Even the IWM, you're gonna see, look at that closing at all-time highs. Now, if we do look at the indexes, it still is very extended in my opinion. Yeah, we had that pullback here, and then maybe a little bit consolidation here, but pretty extended at the top of the upper Bollinger Band. So wouldn't be surprised for a shakeout day or some consolidation. But till then, we're gonna ride this wave. It could get more extended, and we got some new stocks for you guys. Also took profits on this run. Before we get into my new trades, let's go over the trades I took profits in. LLY, we took profits yesterday, and I wish I would have just held it one more day because then it reached our target and more. Was up about 5% at one point. That would have been the perfect top, but whatever. You can't always buy the bottom, you can't always sell the top. So we took profits yesterday around about 1,092. Today went to a high of 1150. Iron, we also took profits, and today it's pulled back 5%. So this was a good one, an inside day. So if I really wanted to, I could have probably entered again today as a re-entry, but I'm gonna wait a little bit more. Maybe I get a deeper pullback to that 9 EMA, and then I could enter there. Lastly, we took profits in Hilton. This was on yesterday that I sold, and today basically having a flat day, so all good. Took profits yesterday around 337. Good trade, quick one. So after taking profits, I entered into two new trades. The first one is Google, kind of the same like Amazon. In the last video, I talked about how it pulled back and tested this last all-time high. It's not really testing an all-time high here, but it had strong earnings on April 30th, and we were actually holding on this play. We sold here, and it's kind of consolidated, pulled back to that 20-day average 9 EMA and holding that level. So I'm re-entering here and hoping to play this because it did have really good earnings and everybody was excited. Look at all this green volume at the bottom. People were buying. I do have a little tight stop here, but I might be willing to hold a little bit longer just because I'm willing to hold this and play it out for a longer term hold if I have to. So lastly is hymns. I've always liked hymns, but I entered into LLY just because you're going to see the pattern is a lot stronger. It stayed above that 200-day moving average, and you're going to see how we had such a strong trade on this, and that's because it has good relative strength. The same sector basically, but look at the patterns. This is under its 200-day average. But now I took profits in LLY and kind of rotated into hymns. I'm playing this moving average sandwich, targeting the 200-day average around like 33 bucks, 34 bucks. I have my stop below this range, but if I really wanted to, I could keep it tighter. This is a volatile stock, and I went smaller size, so a wide stop is good here, and I'm going to continue holding this. If you're bullish on hymns, you could probably wait and do this like a position trade and hold it for a longer term trade and maybe even reach the highs again. But for me, I think I'm just going to take profits at the 200-day moving average. If we go on the weekly, you're going to see here it's above the 200-week moving average and above the 9-week moving average. So this could be a potential bottom for him. So keep that on mind. Let's get into some stocks that are setting up for entries. Affirm, I've talked about this on X right before it broke out. I really liked it, but I missed it. And now it's breaking out. Just wait for a type of pullback to the 9 EMA or this trend line here, or some consolidations, and I think Affirm can be entered into. CoreWeave, I really like. I almost entered into today, but kind of started closing a little bit weak, started pulling back. I wanted a stronger close when it was breaking this range, but I'm still having this on watch. I think above 112, which is that 20-day moving average, is a really good entry for CoreWeave. ANET had good earnings. You're going to see here had a good surprise on revenue and earnings, and a gap down, maybe an overreaction. Gap down to the 200-day average, held that, and now kind of making that gap fill. So I really like this. You look at the moving averages right under the 9-day and the 20-day moving average. The 50-day average is curling up. I almost entered today, but I didn't. I really do like this move right now. So keep this on watch. TSM breaking out and holding that 9 EMA and trend line. Taiwan Semiconductor. I like this stock for a move to like 500 if you're willing to hold that. Intel looks like it's consolidating here above the 9-day average and the 20-day average. I think a breakout is coming soon. If not, watch for a deeper pullback to like the 50-day average, and that would probably be a very good entry risk to reward on Intel. And that's it. Taking profits in my last 3 swings, my 2 new trades, Google and HIMS, and going over 5 stocks setting up for entries. Peace.